Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Today I have Kelsie with McDuffie Marketing. Kelsie, how are you?
Hello, doing well.
Awesome, awesome. I appreciate you taking the time to hop on this call and talk face to face.
Yeah,
Awesome.
let's jump into it.
Yeah, let's do it. So first, I kind of want to dive a little bit into you. So if you want to tell the audience who you are and what do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm Kelsie McDuffie. I'm based in Nashville, Tennessee, and I own McDuffie Marketing. But we work with brands all over the globe, mostly service-based businesses that we run paid media for, so Meta ads and Google ads. We work with doctors' offices, home services, restaurants, insurance companies, real estate, yeah, across the board as far with just service-based businesses.
Awesome, awesome. So we had initially connected on LinkedIn, had a little bit of a conversation there. What were you struggling with primarily before working with us? Like, what was your business like?
Yeah, it was kind of perfect timing because I had been thinking about hiring someone that does the services that you do. Um, I have fully relied on referrals for my business growth, which is great, but I also just felt like I was at a place where I wanted to also do some outreach for the first time, and I'm a marketer and I'm not necessarily a salesperson, so I needed some hand holding there.
Definitely. Yeah. So, I mean, was there anything specific that you felt was a bottleneck when you were working pretty much strictly from referrals instead of doing any sort of like outbound lead generation?
Yeah, I mean, in that scenario, you're obviously just not really being about aggressive about growth. If you're just relying on referrals, and like some months I would get a ton, and then others I would get none. So it's nice to just take that step and figure out how that works for your business, um, and yeah, just have more, I guess, consistent growth.
Yeah, for sure. And had you done any type of like outside lead generation like that before, or has your business always kind of just been referral word of mouth based?
Yeah, no, I hadn't. And I guess that's the other bottleneck is as the owner and also someone who's in the weeds with media buying, I just don't have time to do any sort of cold outreach.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of business owners are kind of in the same boat where, we're all wearing like 17 different hats, right? And we have so many things going on. Where it comes to things that actually drive the business, which is generating leads, a lot of us just don't have the time bandwidth for it. And at times it's also just difficult to get in general, right? So how did cold email and, what we've been doing kind of help you solve what you were struggling with, prior to working with us?
Yeah, we definitely booked more discovery calls than I normally would have. I also think for me it was really good practice because previously when I'm getting on discovery calls with people, it's usually more of a warm lead. So it was really good practice for me from just like a business owner perspective and a sales perspective to like be getting on calls with a completely cold client and learning how to sell myself and my services
Yeah.
in that way.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then since kind of working with us and kind of discovering cold email for the first time, do you have any like specific wins or milestones that you were able to achieve, running cold email?
Yeah, we tried several different strategies, which all came from you. So really just learning like which ones worked, which ones didn't, and which ones we could move forward with in the future. Because there certainly were some that really didn't work at all, and but your guidance with all the A/B tests and stuff were super helpful. So we finally got there.
Yeah, 100%. And something I always tell business owners too, outside of just lead generation, cold email is so good just for getting data back on what offers work and what doesn't. And that's why A/B testing is such a big part of what we do as well. Because we can have, let's say, three different offers to three different target audiences. We'll get direct feedback from the market because we're literally sending emails directly to those decision makers and we can see whether they like your offer or not, right? And so we can see that data pretty quickly, like within the first week or so of running a campaign, which is why A/B testing is so crucial. And aside from obviously getting interest and booked calls and getting your name out there and everything, you're also able to have that product market validation and say, hey, this specific audience likes this specific offer a lot. Maybe we should revolve around a lot of our offer around that. So data is a huge, huge piece of cold email as well. But appreciate you sharing all of that. Moving forward, like what's one piece of advice that you might have for other clients of ours to really get the most out of our services in cold email?
Ooh, yeah. I would say make sure that you have the time and the team in place to be able to, because Justin can't do absolutely all of it. He does most of it. But once the lead is kind of handed over to you and the call is booked, just making sure that you have your ducks in a row there so that you can finish the sales process. I had never really had a sales process in place, so that was a learning curve for me as well, but it was a great learning curve.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad to have provided that. What would you say to someone that's considering working with us? Maybe they've ran cold email in the past and they didn't have a good experience, or maybe they're trying a new lead generation, system for the first time like you did. What would kind of be something that you would say to someone that's maybe considering that?
Yeah, well, as someone who's referred other people to you, I would obviously definitely tell people to use you. And for a small business owner like myself, I just don't really feel like I'm in the place to hire someone full-time to do sales, and I don't know that you necessarily need to, depending on the size of your business. So someone like you coming in as a contractor is a perfect setup.
Absolutely. Awesome. I appreciate the time, Kelsie. That was all awesome. Everyone check out McDuffie Marketing if you haven't already. She's absolutely phenomenal at what she does. I've seen her ad creatives firsthand, and I can definitely recommend them for you. But yeah, Kelsie, I appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Sounds good. Talk soon.
Have a good one. Bye.